The foreign expat gatekeeper. I remember I was at my neighbor's house for a barbecue, and we were all in the backyard. My neighbor and her husband invited their friends over, and I just casually mentioned my wife and I planned to move to Japan. And the response was like silence, and everyone got really quiet. My neighbor and her two friends, they all took turns like tag teaming the subject, saying the same words over and over again, like xenophobia, you'll be miserable and it won't work out. But the funny thing is I keyed into this irony and hypocrisy behind what they were saying. Was they just kept saying how xenophobic everyone in Japan is, as if the Japanese people themselves are like one entity, like one person or something like that, when in reality Japan is made up of millions of people. I realized that the xenophobia isn't from the Japanese people. The xenophobia that you will run into is from other foreigners outside and within Japan. And I suspected at the time that by the time I got to Japan, I would probably meet more of these people within Japan. I had already met them through YouTube commenting, just other friends I had, just people online and people I knew in real life. Most people would try and gatekeep me by saying, it won't work out. They're xenophobic. They're not going to like you. It's just a bad idea. It's going to be the worst decision you've made in your whole life. Just, sensationalized dogma. The Japanese people have been incredibly kind and welcoming to me, but it's other foreigners that have made me feel like I don't belong. So the foreign gatekeeper, the expat who sometimes very ironically lives in Japan, that says that it's a miserable life, that you shouldn't move here, that they're xenophobic, the Japanese people allegedly. That person will not tell you a straight reason of why they stay here, or a good reason of why they stay here. And think about that. If it's so bad, and if it's such a miserable life here, why do they choose to stay here while warning everyone else? You think that they would just go somewhere else where they could be happy. I suspect they are happy, but they don't want to share that happiness with other people, right? They want to be the special, foreigner, the special snowflake, whatever you want to call it. They want to be the only one. I believe that people who are truly committed to moving to Japan will get here. But I think that it's a total waste of time to listen to gatekeepers. So why might my experience be different than some other people who might truly not be happy here, whether or not they moved to Japan for a year and then left or whatever? I don't have a straight answer for that. I will say I've seen more than a few people say that they've lived here for 2, 5, 10, 15 years, and they don't speak really much Japanese at all. They admit that, and they complain about feeling isolated. Well, I got news for you. If you move to Japan, it's probably in your best interest and the people around you that you try to commit some time per day or per week to learning Japanese. You will make mistakes, but it's not the end of the world. It's a part of learning from your mistakes, right? Okay. So a common question a gatekeeper will ask you is, how long have you lived here? And they're trying to gauge if they have seniority over you or not. And I'll be honest, there is no seniority. You decided to move to Japan, or you are deciding to move here, and that is totally your choice. And you can do your own homework and decide for yourself if Japan is right for you. Do not let other people tell you what is good for you, especially the videos that say on the thumbnail or title, "Do not move to Japan." Don't listen to those. They are not talking to you. They're talking to themselves. And the funny thing is these people are often very, very insecure in their own life. And for them to feel like they belong here in Japan, they have to feel a sense of authority. And by telling you that Japan isn't right for you, but it's right for them, it makes them feel special. I can't think of a weaker relationship than to have that be the foundation, is that somehow I'm just special and you're not. Gatekeeping ultimately is a very, very weak mindset. And the people that gatekeep don't feel secure in their own lives. They don't feel secure in Japan. And the only way they can feel a momentary sense of security is to tell everyone else why they shouldn't come here, or why they shouldn't be here, or why they don't know Japan or the real Japan as well as the gatekeeper knows it, right? So anyway, just stay grounded. Japan is a real country with real people, and it's not a toxic internet forum. The only times I can think of that I was made to feel like I don't belong here, it was from other foreigners. I am a full-blooded Cree Indigenous Canadian, and one of the reasons I left Canada was because I just didn't belong anymore. I faced a lot of racism in Canada. I'm not facing that here from Japanese people, only other foreigners. Remember that. If you move here, don't be a gatekeeper. Put positive energy out. Be kind to others. It's much better to be loved than hated.